All right, moving on the hot seat today, we have Primus Senior Living that has raised $20 million in a seed funding round led by General Catalyst with participation from Nikhil Kamath and Gruhas, the investment firm co-founded by Kamath and Abhijit Pai. This investment will empower Primus's mission to develop India's first full-stack solution for senior care, revolutionizing how elder care services are delivered across the country. To tell us how, joining me now is Primus's founder and MD, Adarsh Narahari. Adarsh, welcome to Startup Street. You specialize in the development and operation of senior living communities. If you could elaborate on the business model, the pain point that you're solving, and how your offerings unique, what is Primus's integrated care for senior living all about?
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you for having me on your show. So essentially, what we are trying to do is we're trying to reduce the process of aging, right? So if you look at why people get older faster, there are typically 4 or 5 factors to that, right? There's health, which is the most obvious one, but there's also a huge psychosocial aspect, right? And if you look at what a blue zone does, and for those of you who don't know what a blue zone is, it's an area or community in the world where people live the longest, right? The average age is closer to 100. These are Okinawa in Japan, Loma Linda in California, Sardinia in Italy, and there are such 6 blue zones. So there is a commonality, between all of these blue zones. And the commonality is that people are physically active, they are mentally active, they have a strong sense of community, they eat the right food, and they have a strong sense of purpose, right? So essentially what we are doing as Primus is we are trying to create these mini blue zones in our projects where we're able to, help each of our elders rekindle purpose, keep them physically active, put them together in a social setting, and make sure that they're physically and mentally active.
Yes.
Along with that, we also have something what we call proactive healthcare, right? We try to find things before they go wrong.
Okay.
Think of physiotherapy instead of a knee replacement surgery. Think of catching through testing if you could catch cancer in stage 1. So essentially what we're doing is we're keeping people alive on their feet and happy long, as opposed to being like a hospital, which kind of surgeries and, delay mortality. So,
all right. Adarsh, if you could take us through your fund allocation plans as well, how do you plan to use the $20 million raised?
So we'll be using it in a combination of both creating intergenerational housing communities. So we have pioneered this concept of having elders as part of larger communities so that they get to interact with every age group, and also staying together with families in Indian emotion. So we are providing a conduit for that. Another part of the fund will be used towards creating a technology platform. So essentially, whatever we have been providing within our community for various services, we are now going to take it to elders in their own home, right? So essentially, it will be used for a combination of both of these.
Okay, and you also plan to deliver 3,500 homes across 6 cities in India. Where are you currently at, and what is the timeline? By when do you hope to achieve that?
So we're already operating close to 500 homes. We are in the process of building and delivering about 2,000 homes. So I think we're on track within the next 5 years to be closer to 5,000 homes.
Right, okay. Adarsh, you say you're redefining elder care through your personalized solutions. If you could take us through your tech edge, how are you catering to the unique needs of seniors, like you were mentioning, through your technology, their safety aspect, health at the same time, and fostering a sense of belonging and purpose?
Right. So, in India, we always get confused between relevance and reverence. We have all been conditioned that we have to respect our elders, but we have never been taught that what our elders want is to be independent, to seek, to be, to have a high sense of agency. That's what we're empowering, right? Our technology solution essentially makes it simple at the front end for the elder to make any request. These requests will be primarily around engagement, lifestyle, travel, health. It could be just about anything, right?
Sure.
And then at the back end, we'll have some form of sophisticated technology that ensures that we deliver consistent and high quality services.
Okay. So tell us, how much will Primus's homes cost, Adarsh? Who can afford this, and what is the revenue model? How do you also plan to make money?
Right. So typically a home works like a real estate as far as the home is concerned. So it would start at close to 70, 80 lakhs and go on to a couple of crores, depending on how big the home is. And then we layer in the various services that people pay for monthly. So on an average, a person would pay around 30,000 rupees per couple per month. And that would mimic what a typical upper middle class Indian elder would spend in their own house, but with the assured convenience of getting everything for sure. So that's how we are typically priced.
All
And
right.
we both on the services as well as on the selling of the home.
Okay, all right. One final question, Adarsh, before I let you go. India is getting older, and with the rise of nuclear families, we need to rethink how we take care of our elderly. So clearly, there is a lot of business potential. So if you could take us through your future expansion plans, the revenue targets that you've set for yourself.
So what the government doesn't tell you is that by 2041, the elder is going to be the largest cohort of the Indian population. So naturally, that opens up a large opportunity for anybody looking to solve in this space. For me personally, I'm not targeting a certain top line or a certain bottom line. I think for me, it's about the number of elders that we can impact, right? We are looking to impact close to 1 million elders over the next 5 years. And we're looking at developing over 25,000 homes. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
All right. So we wish you the very best. Keep enriching the lives of our elders. Thank you so much, Adarsh, for joining us today on Startup Street. Wish you the very best.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.
On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up next, D2C meat and seafood brand Licious has reported modest growth over the past 2 fiscal years, with revenue stabilizing around 700 crore rupees. We put the startup's founder on the hot seat to decode the firm's financial performance on the other side. Stay tuned.